This is 20th of March, week 5, Heidi Highbogs. Today we talked about Stella Adler and recapped her. She worked with Stanislavski and Meisner. And Stella does a lot of situational work and realistic work, which is not naturalistic, and they are different. Realistic work is work that you can relate to, that an average person will go through, which is what Heidi High is. And naturalistic work is working on your naturalism and your reactions. So realistic isn't exactly essentially naturalistic, so it doesn't have to be naturalistic, but it does have to be realistic, so the situations have to be realistic that an average person will go through, whereas naturalism doesn't have to be like that. Stella believes that you have to put yourself in the character's shoes, saying lines like they do. So if I say a line like a character, there should be no elements of me in there. You should be able to see that. Stanislavski believes that you have to play a character that suits you. For example, your age, your gender, your height, your weight, your image. You have to be able to, it has to be that way. So if you want to play an old person, you have to be an old person. You want to be a man, you have to be a man. If you want to be a midget, you have to be a midget. Whereas Stella doesn't think that way. Stella believes that that everyone won't relate to a situation in life that they're in. So she disagrees with Stan and believes that you can do anything and be any different character because you're using your imagination, which is the actor's biggest tool. So she believes that if you wanted to play a boy, you could play a boy because you could imagine being a boy, which you can. So I agree with what Stella Adler says there. She disagrees with Stanislavski about the written work behind plays. So like your contextual factors, your character developments, your 3-column lists, all that. She disagrees that they should be done in rehearsal time, but she doesn't agree with the fact that they shouldn't be done, because she does agree that is important. It just shouldn't be done in rehearsal time, which I believe to be correct, because I believe you should be proactive in the rehearsal space and you should do your written in your own time, so it gives you more time to rehearse in the rehearsal time. It makes more sense to do your written outside of the rehearsal space, so you can focus primarily on rehearsing and getting everything up to scratch and standards. We then went on to a physical action exercise where we had a question, and mine was, are these your quotes? My objective was to take a picture, and then my meaning is this important? This was to physicalise an action and give levels, dynamics to a delivery of a line, and see how a line can be delivered in different ways, so it flavours a line. And then we went on to doing like our 3-column list for our characters, because we got given our characters today. I'm playing Sylvia, so that should be a challenge for me. Sylvia is a bit of a bitch of a character, and she's a bit of a sleep around, she's a bit of a slag, so I need to be a confident bitch, which will be a challenge for me because I'm quite a dopey person. So I'll have to use my imagination, to use Stella's given circumstance and imagination, and to portray Sylvia as best as I can. My strengths of the lesson was that I stayed focused and I was proactive within the session. My weakness was that I didn't understand some of the quotes, but this is a good thing because it led to discussions and I did ask a lot of questions, so in that sense I was proactive still, and I was asking a lot of questions, so I'm glad I actually didn't understand them at first, because then I got to explore the quotes even further, so that was good. So that's what we did today.